Hey everybody, welcome back to my 6th video. We're going to be doing a Never Have I Ever. I got some good questions, so I'm not scared to answer them, but like, I'm interested to answer them. So I'm going to get right into the video so we can just hurry up and start. Never have I ever cheated. From what I remember, yes, because if it happened to me, I would classify it as cheating. So yeah, so not proud of it. Learn from it. If I get my karma, I get my karma. If I don't, I still learn from it. So it's not like I'm gonna do it again. And yeah, that's funny. That's all I gotta say, because it's not funny. I'm not laughing because it's funny, but I'm not gonna drop my smile because of how happy I am to do this video, just because of the question. So next thing, never have I ever snuck somebody in the house. So I never needed to, never, like, it's just never come up. And I'm glad it hasn't, because I don't want to do something like that, but it's just never come up. It's just, I just don't see any reason why I would need to. So I've never, which I'm proud of myself, because, you know, but some people gotta do what they gotta do. Never have I ever got into a fight. From my experiences, they weren't fights, okay? It was a trend. It was like 10 seconds, 6 seconds. So it wasn't a fight to me because I knew the people. But yeah, so, you know, everybody was trying to, it was kind of doing it. So it was like, you know, whatever. It was, I did them at least 3 times with different people. The first time was interesting. It kind of got around school, and yeah, I wasn't getting negative feedback, but the person I did it with was getting negative feedback, and it was crazy. So me and that particular person just never did it again, because everybody was taking it out of pretense, because it was like we knew each other, it wasn't real. So it was kind of, I didn't like the way that everybody was coming at her about it, and she definitely didn't like it. So we just kind of never did it again. So yeah, the second person, it was Ty. That girl was strong. She was actually my really close friend. But yeah, she was strong. Third person, I was at a whole different school, and it wasn't a tie, not even close. And I actually feel bad because I did not lose. But yeah, I feel bad. She started crying, but I didn't know why she was crying. Like, you signed up for it. Nobody pressured her into doing it, that I remember. Maybe somebody else did, but I don't remember pressuring her into it. And, you know, it was just kind of, I hugged her. We had strict rules. I followed all those rules. Yeah, and I hugged her. So it was either me or this other girl, and I promise you, she would have been doing more than crying if it was this other girl, because she was way bigger than me. They had a lot more meat on her than me. Well, not bigger than me, but had more weight on her than me. And her hands looked a little heavy, because no. It's like when she fought boys. Well, fight boys, don't fight the little skinny girl. Me and her was like the same weight. I probably had like 10 more pounds on her. So yeah, never ever got beat up. That just goes into saying that I've never gotten into a fight, but any little swallowing I did end up doing no. Well, me and my cousin used to play fight, but that's different. She big. She was using all her strength. That one day, I mean, let me clarify something. We had our days when I would be tagging, and then she had her days when she would. So we just gonna leave it like that. And that's saying a lot. I mean, at the time I was like 5'3", 5'2", and I only weighed a good 100 pounds, and she was like a good 5'7", 5'5", I don't know, and she weighed a good 130, 140. So that said a lot for me. So, size matters. Size don't really matter. If you 6 something weighing a good 300 pounds and you try to fight a 5'2" and 90-pound girl, then that's when it comes into that size kind of matters. Because what are you doing? What that like the little bitty girl? But anyways, never have ever been in love. See, I'm 15 and in love is really strong. Really, really strong. But once in my whole lifetime, and everybody I have dated, which isn't a lot. I know I made it sound like a lot by saying everybody I've dated, but it really isn't a lot. Everybody be exaggerating, acting like I just, anyways. Yeah, so there's one person ever I've said I love you to people, but like in love, honestly, I don't even think if I really loved them. It was probably just, I just really, really liked them. I realize I have to use the word love more carefully now. Because if I start telling people I love them, it starts to be a whole nother thing. So I have to use that word really carefully to make sure I'm saying it to people I actually mean it to. And some of that sounds mean, but it's really not, because wouldn't you rather somebody be upfront with you about if they really are to that point or not? So, but yeah, one person all the time. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at like that, because nothing else needs to be said. Have I ever ran away? What is running away? What is it really? What is it really? Down the street? I ran down the street, got picked up, and went back, if that's what you mean. As far as my mom, yeah. My mom really, really loved me. And I didn't realize it at the time. I thought she was just being me. But at times, I was really younger. I was younger than this. I would try to walk out the door, and she'd snatch me back. And in my head, I'm like, she's so abusive. Like, she didn't hit me, but like, she used to snatch me back into the house. Back then I used to be like, oh my god, but now I realize she did it because although she might have been really, really mad at me, she also knew if I would walk out by myself, there was like thousands of things that could have happened to me. So she was angry, but she still wasn't gonna let me go out there and potentially be in harm's way. So she was gonna yell at me in the house. And thank God, because Lord knows if I would really walked out the door, I would have been scared. Because when I did walk out the door, I was actually scared, but I was going to still follow through because I'm stubborn. But yeah, I got picked up like down the street. I ain't walked that far. I was looking for a park, but I didn't find it. Yeah. It was over something stupid. I was just really angry. Well, I wasn't really angry. I just woke up and I don't know. I was in an era where I really had a lot to say to everybody. So, and it included my mom at the moment. But yeah, I'm not in that era no more. I kind of just let my mom have it. I'm kind of in my shut up era, which parents love. Parents love that shut up era with their kids because their kids just shut up. And kids love the shut up era kind of because then parents tend to stop yelling sooner when you have nothing to say back. But it's bittersweet for a person like me. So yeah. But next question. Have I ever got suspended? I've never got suspended. Out of all the things I've done, I've never got suspended, which is not a bad thing, but I'm just saying it's crazy. I've gotten in a fight, didn't get suspended. I even argued with teachers, didn't get suspended. I've done multiple things and I've never got suspended. I've just gotten lunch detention or just detention, and it was just like, okay, like, I wasn't trying to get suspended, so don't take that from that. It just was interesting that I never did, but I wasn't really, I think they categorize kids because it was like people who just do disrespectful stuff and do crazy, horrendous stuff that they don't need to be doing for their age. And I was in the middle. Do I like that? No, because I realized that teachers deserve a lot more credit than what they get for dealing with kids that were like me. I did have the kind of bad kid I was in school was the one that had a bond with my teacher, but she was still, sending me to office and stuff, but I still had a bond with her. To whenever everything was settling down, we could have a conversation, we'd hug, and we'd be good. That's the type of bond I had with my teachers. Other people didn't really have that bond. They were just kind of rude to the teachers. So yeah, so I was able to come back to not an angry person. I was able to come back to somebody that was gonna sit down and talk to me afterwards. So I mean, I kind of got the good thing. It's because I wasn't that bad though. Some of y'all be horrendous and expect teachers to just open y'all welcome arms, and even I would do that. You do all that stuff, and they be cussing out teachers now. I be like, dang, these teachers got more heart than me, because they be trying to fight teachers. Teachers have patience that I didn't think I'd ever possess. But anyways, never ever smoked weed. I've never smoked weed, and that is actually crazy. Never ever smoked weed. I'm doing this wrong. I've been around a lot of people who have, and it's crazy because I've never smoked it, and that's crazy. I've hit a vape 5 times my whole lifetime, and I mean hit it once, not per vape, just in my entire life. 1 puff in my entire life. Matter of fact, not even 5. It was more like 3. So I mean, I feel like, and I don't think I need to. I used to be like, oh well, I want to try it at least, but I feel like if the time comes, but I'm not gonna force it. I mean, why do I think I need to do that is the question. That's a good question. But anyway, have I ever been drunk? No, I've never been drunk. I've never had I've had my fair share, but drunk, no. You just don't. Nah. And I am not ashamed. I am too young to be getting drunk and not being aware of my surroundings. So, disclaimer. I don't even think I have friends that I trust like that, for real, to be doing all that. But yeah, if I ever stole, it was the Slim Jim from the dollar store, and I kid you not, every time I went back to that dollar store, I let them keep my change because I felt so horrible. I felt horrible. It was a 108 Slim Jim, and I felt horrible, and I should, because there was no reason for me to be doing all that. Did I really want to steal that Slim Jim? No, I was being a follower. Don't be a follower. I have my own brain. Okay, I've always had my own mind. It's just that sometimes I got caught up in things. So then, but I have my own brain now, and I'm not stealing for nobody. Not even a bird. It just don't seem right. That Slim Jim ain't saved nobody's life, but I felt so bad about it. So that Slim Jim wasn't gonna save nobody's life, but I still feel bad about it. That's what I meant to say. It's just, it don't make no sense to be stealing. It just, I wouldn't know when nobody stealing from me if I had an establishment. Like, why are you stealing? I wasn't on my last leg, and that Slim Jim was gonna save my life because I ain't ate in a week. It's just, there was no reason for me to be doing it. I'm sorry. Dollar store. I'm sorry. And I paid for that. Hold on, let me disclaimer. I ended up repaying for that Slim Jim through every tip, everything I gave you that what I wasn't supposed to give you. So you got your money back. Trust me. You got your money back. But then I realized I didn't need to be doing it. So I don't think I've ever... crap. I think I stole lip gloss. Okay, I'm done with all of that. I did in the moment, but I promise you, everything that y'all lost, y'all gained through all of them. Keep the changes I said, okay? Anyways, I just feel like, yes, stealing is so disheartening. It's like, but I've learned. I don't do it anymore. I don't really, if I'm gonna hang around people, it's gonna be people who are more mature. So even if the people I did do it with were matured, I would hang around them. But like I'm saying, like if I could go back, I would hang around people who really didn't think like that. But I was in middle school. By the way, in like August, because I feel like if I posted now, people really wouldn't see it. And I feel like more in like August, July-ish, that's when the middle schoolers start looking up things about middle school. So I'm gonna make a do's and don't in middle school, because I did finish out my whole middle school years. So I'll do that. I actually got some good advice that actually might help some of y'all and save some of y'all some trouble. Because if I would have believed people when they said half the stuff I'm going to say, then I would have saved me some trouble in middle school. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I probably wouldn't even have half the stories I could tell y'all if it wasn't for if I didn't do some of the stuff in my school that I shouldn't have did, which is a good thing, because if I didn't have those stories, I probably would be a different person. No, I'm just playing. Them stories is life changing. It just, you know, some stories you just wish you would have never had to tell. That makes sense? Like, you have the story, you just wish you never went. I don't say went through, because that makes it sound all deep. It wasn't really that deep. It really wasn't. But you know what I mean. Last but not least, have I ever had my first kiss? Yes, I had my first kiss. I had it in 6th grade. And yeah, I had it in 6th grade. It was awkward. It wasn't, you know, if I say 6th grade, that should just give you enough. That should give you enough intel as it is. I was like 11, 10, and yeah, it was awkward. It was like, it was one of the middle school scenarios where, oh my god, you guys can't, and then it was like the awkwardness because the dude was scared and I wasn't really feeling it. But you know, he was kind of begging, I ain't gonna lie. And even if this person watches it, I promise you, I'm not saying begging like he was, but like, he was asking a lot. So, and then we ended up doing it. We did it twice. And no, I would not go back to that, because it just was middle schoolish and it was just childish. Yeah. How many? That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I know I kind of did it wrong because I kind of got into telling stories after I would answer it, but you know. Sorry, y'all. I always don't get a thumbnail, and I have to go back and take pictures. And then half the time I'll be putting this back up into braids, so whether I cut that or not, this is the end of this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and you guys kind of got what I was trying to do. Oh my gosh, I really didn't do it right. Like, how many questions did I ask? I don't think it was a lot. It was kind of like, I have videos lined up. Like, even if I didn't film them yet, I do have ideas and stuff. I had 10 things. And did it feel like 10? I don't know, but to be like me, all you need is a piece of paper and a Sharpie and some questions. And you can be, what did he say? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.